Them girl, they really am a bella. Me a top girl. I me never born in a last week.
Hey guys, welcome to LegallyAlliTV. So today on my sister's channel, she did my hair. I wanted a new look, so this is what she did for me.
Period poo. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my sister's hair. And first off, I'm just gonna go ahead and section it. Today we're going to be doing some highlights. All right, guys, so I'm going to use this 30 volume developer from Claro along with this Claro Professionals blue powder. And this is what's going to be used to lighten her hair. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this open. And I use this because I feel like, oops, shit, it kind of has like toner inside of it already.
I didn't know it was actually gonna be blue.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pour all of this out. Oops, sorry.
It's okay, girl.
And I'm gonna use a tail comb. And I'm gonna add this in. And I kind of just know how to like eyeball it to know like the consistency that I want.
It can't be too runny, right? It gotta be like a pasty.
Can't be too runny. But it can't be too
thick.
Looks about right. So it actually is blue.
I didn't think it was gonna. I thought that was just the name of it. I didn't think it was gonna be actually blue.
Okay. All right. So this is kind of what the consistency is looking like. It's not like
pasty, too pasty.
Look, it's not like dripping, not watery, but it's a good consistency. All right, so I just went ahead and parted a little section at the back of her hair. And I'm gonna just braid this section out of the way because I don't want any dye to get on this. So I'm gonna just braid it out of the way. All right, so as you can see, I went ahead and sectioned the bottom part off, braided it out the way. Now I'm gonna get a piece of foil paper. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just lay the hair right there. And I have a very small brush, so we'll see how this brush kind of works out. I'm just making sure that everything is worked in. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just start putting a thin layer. And I'm not gonna go all the way up to her root. I'm gonna kind of leave her roots dark. So I'm just making sure that her hair is coated very nicely. Making sure her ends are coated. And making sure that it's evenly distributed in her. So I wanted to go ahead and just comb through the hair to make sure that everything is distributed. And then I'm just gonna kind of wrap the hair a little bit like that and take the foil paper and wrap it up. So that's one section, and I'm just gonna continue to part through. All right, so again, for the section, I'm just gonna go ahead and add the bleach onto the ends of the hair, nicely coating it. And I'm doing this for these 3 sections at the back, and then I'm gonna use a different coloring technique for the sections up front. So I'm gonna go ahead and work this into this section and the other section, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold the hair up and start at the bottom and kind of cut that out. All right, so this is kind of what it looks like. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pin this out of the way. And this is what I'm gonna go ahead and add the color to right here. So I'm gonna get my full paper and I'm gonna get make sure I'm stirring so the consistency is still even, but I'm gonna get the bleach and just put it on the ends of her hair as I've been doing. All right, so when I do kind of the zigzag thing right here, it kind of leaves the hair a little bit jagged. So I'm gonna go ahead and just twist this out of the way. I don't really know the name of the technique that I'm using. I'm just kind of doing stuff off the top of my head, to be honest. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use the tail comb. So as I said before, I like to hold the hair upwards. And I'm gonna part one section out, bring it back down. So I'm leaving this section out at the bottom. Then part back up, bring it back down. Leave this section out at the bottom. Part back up, then down. Leave this section down at the bottom. So when it comes to it, I'm just gonna dye this piece right here and I'm gonna do the same across.
I'm back in the front, guys.
All right, so I'm up front. Now I'm gonna go ahead and section off the front of her hair. Now, she said that she likes to wear a side part. So I'm going to just go ahead and part out the front of her hair first, just because I don't want any dye to be on, I keep saying dye. Well, I guess eventually I'm gonna dye any dye or bleach to be on this section of her hair because it's already a little bit damaged and I don't wanna add to that. So I'm kind of just gonna, you know, section that off and cornrow it and get back to you guys. So as you can see, I sectioned off the perimeter of her hair. And remember, I left this one braid in the back. You can see that the hair is kind of lightening up. So I'm gonna try to work fast in the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and just section off a piece of hair. And I'm just kind of gonna part this in like 3. And I'm only gonna dye this middle part, or I'm only gonna bleach this middle part and clip these 2 out of the way. And go ahead and just wrap it up. Take this down. And see the 2 pieces at the side, we're just gonna leave them down at the bottom. They're not gonna get touched. For this section, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna section it off in 3 pieces. But this time, instead of the middle piece, I'm gonna do these 2 pieces. Go ahead and turn your head a little bit so they can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these 2 pieces right here instead of the middle piece like I did last time. So the same thing you do on one side, you do on the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out the braid. So I took out the back pieces, or I'm taking out the black pieces. I'm gonna leave the side ones in, but I know when the full is on there, it kind of, you know, bleaches the hair more. So this is basically the look I was kind of going for. It's lighter at the back. Okay, so these are the 2 colors I'm going to apply to her hair. That's my cousin Camille in the background. So these are the 2 colors that we're gonna apply to the hair. The first color is in Copper Brown, 76. It's by Adore. And the next color is in French Cognac in 52. So I'm gonna do a mixture of these 2 colors and see how they come out.
Y'all, it's really inches. Like, it's really inches.
This
like,
is
do you see
pressed.
this? Period.
All right, so we're going to use the Tresemme used by professionals silky smooth conditioner to condition her hair, and then we're going to use the Tresemme used by professionals 24-hour volume shampoo. So this is what I'm going to use to wash her hair, and then we'll get right back to you guys. So I went ahead and poured the dyes into different bowls. And I'm gonna section off the bottom part of her hair and just go ahead and clip it out the way. So what I want to do with this bottom part is to add the brown at the top and then kind of streak it down with the orange. So we'll see how that plays out. So I'm just gonna use my hand to do this. So this is a brown. I'm just gonna place this at the top. And what I'm gonna do to know like when to stop is just kind of hold her hair. All right, so I'm still making sure the brown is worked into her hair. Everything is even. And now I'm gonna use my same hand. I'm not gonna wipe it off or anything. And get the orange color. Now I don't know if this is really gonna be doing an ombre look or nothing, but that's just kind of what I have in mind. All right, so I'm just continuing the same, using the brown and just putting it at the roots or closer to the root. And I'm making sure like the back pieces are also getting that color. I'm working it in. And then when I get to the ends, I'm gonna go in with the other color. So we're gonna come around here and work that into the ends. All right, so when I get up here, this big streak right here, I'm just gonna put the orange color alone in it. So I'm gonna run that through. And then I'm gonna find me another streak and add the brown in it. So essentially I'm just trying to give her hair some dimension. I don't want it all to be like the same color, so I'm just going through and finding different streaks and adding different colors to it. All right, so I actually just remember that we should have did a before and after picture, but this is what the color is looking like right now. So you see her little curls kind of popping a little bit. All right, so her hair is freshly washed. This is what the hair is looking like, the color. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the Jamaican black castor oil along with the Cantu Shea Butter Thermal Shield Heat Protectant to her hair. So I'm gonna section it off and add it to her hair, and I'll get back to you guys. So I'm gonna show you what I do. Just get some of, drop it in my hand. And I just make sure that I distribute it to the end and all throughout the hair. Then I go in with the heat protectant. And I spray it all over. And I take the brush, the paddle brush, and I start towards the ends, and I just go ahead and brush it out. So I could detangle it, and it's not like too difficult when I blow dry it. All right, so I have washed, blow dried the hair, and I'm just gonna go ahead and part off a little section. Now I'm just gonna only be doing about 1 or 2 pass for each section. I don't want to, you know, obviously cause any more damage than that's already there. I'm gonna use the chase method. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the flat iron, go past the root once, and then just bring it down. And then I'm gonna get that same piece and just pass it through one more time. So I'm gonna keep doing this for the rest of the hair. All right, so this is the flat iron hair, and I'm just going to go ahead and give her a trim. Go ahead, turn your head a little bit. So yep, this is what the hair looks like. The color came out pretty good. So I'm gonna give her a trim so that she has a little bit more body to her hair, and just because she needs it. So I need to cut right here.
Bye-bye hair.
All right, so this is what the cut is looking like. You turn your head a little bit this way. So this is what it's given. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some light curls into the hair. All right, so this is what I'm doing. Getting a piece of the hair. And I'm just gonna start to wrap it slowly. And keep turning the flat iron. There you go, a little curl. All right, so I'm a little bit closer to the top, and I just wanted to show you guys again how I'm curling. So I'm just wrapping the flat iron around the hair. Just making sure that every piece has a curl. Look how juicy that curl is. All right, guys, so this is what the curls are looking like. Nice and shiny and bouncy. So I'm just gonna take my hand and just lightly finger comb it. I don't want to lose too much of the curls. Shake your hair, girl. Period, poo.
You should put it in slow motion.
So this is what the hair is given. I know when she wraps it, the curls are gonna come out, so I don't want to really disturb the curls too much. All right, turn around.
Aww.
Thank you for watching LegallyAlliTV. So this is the finished look. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, just it just feels good, like, you know, hey. But so this is the finished look. She's gonna wrap her hair, and the curls are gonna be looser tomorrow, so I don't want to disturb the curl too much. but her hair looks pretty nice and healthy. It's shiny, it's bouncy, it's moving, and I like how the curls came out. She does have uneven hair, so the hair at the front of her head is uneven. It's more longer at the back, so that's why you kind of see that she has this look where it's like a little shape. But this is the finished product, and like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if this is the type of content that you like. I just wanted to bring something different to my channel, so stay tuned for more content from me.
Woman, feel have confidence, and you feel learn to depend on yourself. Do your little 9 to 5, me darling. Not like you check for Friday morning.